Hi, welcome to Hunter Gatherer Cooking. One of the suggestions that I've had recently is to talk more about my beliefs and meat and veganism and vegetarianism, and obviously we've got Veganuary coming up. What I would like to say is that before starting this page, I actually considered the vegan way, as it were, but I didn't want to because I love meat, obviously. My stance on eating meat more recently, after watching a program on Netflix called Hogwood, has been I really don't want to eat meat that has come from intensively farmed sources, i.e., farms where hundreds or thousands of animals are crammed into one space. They don't live outdoors. They live in really poor conditions. And at the end, they're treated really badly. I just don't want that. I don't want to put my name or me to that. I actually love animals. I respect them. And my trade-off for eating them is that I think that they should have a good life. So next year in 2023, I want to source as much meat as possible where I can say to someone, do you know where this meat came from? Do you know how they were raised and lived and things like that? And if I don't get the right answer, then I'm not going to eat it. You know, you go to the supermarket and you see these Scotch eggs and these sausage rolls and all that sort of thing, anything processed. I just don't want a part of it. I'm not judging other people. I know that the cost of living is going up massively, and the cost is a factor for so many people. I want to support people like George on Nemnit Pastures who are taking farming models to, I say a new level, but it's more like the old models, raising the animals outdoors properly, working the soils, working the biodiversity. I want to eat more venison because I think that that's more of an ethical, sustainable way to eat meat. And all the butchers and the farms that I have supported, like, they get their animals local. They have lived outside. They haven't come from huge production lines. That's the meat that I want to eat, not the crap, basically, in supermarkets. And I want to cut down on packaging as well. There's a lot about veganism that they've got right. Unfortunately, I think some of the extremists take it too far. I'm not going to force my opinions on anyone, but I will say what I feel, and I think that's important. But things like, treating animals with respect, I think that's important. I tell you what I'm not into is eating vegan food in terms of this fake meat. I'm dead against that. I'm either eating real meat, good meat, or I'm not. Every vegan vegan meat product I've tried has just made me feel ill, and I worry more about what they're putting into that than the terrible cheap sausage rolls that you can get your hands on. Like the E numbers, the chemicals, whatever it is that they're putting in, you look at the list of ingredients, it's like so long. So I don't want to touch that. What I would like is, I would like food to be food, and I'd like, when you look on ingredients, that you can actually clearly see what it is. Like, the one thing I would stress to people is look more on the ingredients. If you don't know what is in your food that you're eating, look it up and make an informed choice about whether you think that you should be eating it, because I think our food standards are nowhere near where they should be. And you look at all the hospital cases, and again, I'm not preaching, I don't want to blame one particular thing, but I think that we could look at diet and food and drink intake as a major cause of a lot of the problems that we've got going on at the moment with hospitalisation cases. And I think that if food was left alone, if animals weren't pumped with hormones and things like that, and I think if we took a little bit more care and time about what we were eating, then I think generally the population would be a little bit healthier. I hope so anyway. I don't know, I'm not an expert. But I'd love to chat to someone. If anyone sort of got some opposing opinions, or they want to sort of debate it or whatever, just, you agree with me, like, let's have that chat. I think that opinion is really important, especially diversity and things like that. I'm not saying that I'm right about everything. But anyway, that's just a few thoughts from me. And if you agree, get in touch. If you don't, get in touch. And like, let's talk about it. But yeah, thanks very much for listening and watching, and thanks for all the support. Let's keep giving our bodies some decent food. That's what I want to try and do. And yeah, I'll see you for the next video.